This line chart tracks the economics of traditional charity fundraising over time. The gray line represents standard appeal revenue, which is flatlining and starting to decline, while the red line shows the cost to acquire a new donor shooting straight up. The most resilient organizations have realized this math is no longer sustainable. They're moving away from unidirectional solicitations toward complex strategic architectures. These frameworks rely on three pillars: decentralized agency, where supporters drive marketing; structural capital separation, eliminating overhead anxiety; and financial arbitrage, multiplying the value of every dollar collected. But this shift presents a massive logistical challenge. If a charity begins generating capital and scaling with the speed of a global tech platform, what kind of back-end engine is required to keep the entire operation from collapsing under its own weight? Organizations can bypass traditional advertising costs by engineering decentralized campaigns that rely on high-friction physical acts. By gamifying a challenge, like the 2014 ice water immersion, they create a self-replicating viral loop driven by direct peer-to-peer accountability and social media tagging. Other groups transform the human body into a conversational prompt. When millions of supporters grow facial hair for a month, they become an organic marketing platform, using their daily routines to drive brand awareness and digital engagement. This rapid influx of unrestricted capital is then strategically managed to accelerate clinical breakthroughs. The ALS Association, for example, used its windfall to fund foundational research and biomarker identification, securing $7 in follow-on funding for every $1 they distributed. Viral campaigns act as high-efficiency capital acquisition networks, securing the massive funding necessary to compress long-term drug development timelines and advance foundational science. To address deep-seated skepticism regarding institutional efficiency, some organizations utilize a dual-account financial model. This structure completely separates the mission's programmatic execution from the organization's administrative infrastructure. On the public-facing side, the organization makes a binding promise: 100% of mass market donations directly fund field projects. They fulfill this by providing precise digital proof of impact, including GPS coordinates and completion photos for every project. The back-end operations, salaries, office rent, and technological R&D, are funded by an exclusive private cohort of venture philanthropists. These high-net-worth individuals and corporate partners provide the multi-year support that keeps the organization running. This absolute structural separation redefines the donor's decision-making process. By eliminating the friction of overhead dilution, it converts the act of giving into a transparent, zero-dilution investment in a specific cause. Philanthropic impact can also be scaled by operating directly within secondary financial markets. By acting as an accredited debt buyer, a nonprofit can transform small donations into macro-level financial relief. In the U.S. healthcare system, hospitals often sell the rights to unpaid patient accounts to third-party collectors. These portfolios are bundled and traded on the secondary market for a fraction of their face value, often for less than 1 cent on the dollar. The mathematical leverage here is massive. The nominal value of the debt retired equals the donated capital spent, multiplied by the institutional discount rate. This formula means a $100 donation lets an organization permanently retire $10,000 of localized medical debt. Attempting to manage market inefficiencies, organizations can achieve a 100-to-1 impact multiplier on every dollar donated by the public. Successful front-end architectures generate a monumental administrative load. A single viral campaign or a recurring subscription model can add tens of thousands of members to a database in a matter of weeks. Attempting to manage this scale using disconnected tools like legacy spreadsheets and manual email threads create immediate operational fragility. When internal systems fail to keep up with growth, it leads to missed grant deadlines, increased volunteer churn, and systemic operational burnout. Scaling a modern mission requires a centralized operating system built specifically for the nonprofit sector. Highbox provides a unified platform to manage every aspect of the mission in one ecosystem. Highbox centralizes volunteer coordination, utilizing communication streams and task milestones to ensure logistics remain clear during high-pressure physical events. It also provides the architecture to co-author grant proposals, monitor strict funding pipelines, and generate the compliance data required for board-level reporting. This consolidation generates immense operational leverage. Transitioning to Highbox repurposes an average of 12 hours a week per user, shifting time away from administrative hunting and back toward direct mission work. A viral spark can launch a movement, but only a modern, unified infrastructure can sustain it at scale. Highbox is that infrastructure. Visit Highbox today to start doing more good.